Welcome to the Krista Escamilla Show.
Hello, I know you're getting ready for the holidays, and so are we. Thank you so much for being here for the Krista Escamilla Show. I have been listening to Christmas tunes for at least 2 weeks already, but I hope that you are getting in the Christmas spirit, and today's show is going to get you in the spirit even more. I am so excited to introduce you to today's guest, but first, I want to thank our sponsors. A huge thank you to Omni Midland Hotel, to Rig ID Workwear, Kevin Foreman of Foreman Financial, also to Thin FR, Midland Cap Company, Rig ID Workwear, and Tapestry Hotel. We are so grateful for our local sponsors, and we're just grateful if you can support local. So thank you so much. We are now going to introduce our guest. She has been a friend for many, many years, and she is a newly business owner, but has been doing this for a long time. Please welcome Deann Welch of Holiday Whimsy. Deann, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
When I say you've been doing this for a long time, as long as I can remember, you have always been one of those really crafty people that just can make a house look beautiful. Tell us a little bit first how you got to Midland, and then how you got into this business that's been going strong for 3 years.
Okay. Well, we moved to Midland back in 1997, and we just moved from Odessa, so it wasn't that far of a haul.
Born and raised?
Born and raised in
Awesome.
Odessa. We both graduated from high schools in Odessa. We're rivals in Odessa.
Oh, who's
He's
Odessa?
OHS, I'm Permian. So,
Okay.
But
that always makes for fun Friday nights, right?
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots
Especially
of
on
bets going on.
that crosstown rivalry.
Yeah. So we moved over here in 1997, and of course our kids were young. My son was only 1 year old when we moved over here. So we just, my husband's job kind of brought him over to Midland when he was in Odessa before. And of course we like Midland better. I mean, they say raise your kids in Midland, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, I was raised in Odessa, and I think that turned out fine.
I think you did too. I was going to say, you can say the other part if you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. But anyways, so yeah, my kids went to school here in Midland and graduated. They all graduated from Lee. And of course, they're grown now, so it kind of gave me time to, start doing my thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so how did you get started? Like even before, because I know you've been doing this way before the business started in 2021,
right,
where you were always making wreaths and decorating. And when I tell you, when you walk into her house at Christmas, you feel like you've walked into a winter wonderland. It is truly beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you get involved and start that and find that love for crafting?
Well, both of my grandmothers were very crafty. They were always either sewing or painting, making things. My grandmother, on my dad's side, she was always decorating her house to the max, because she loved that. And I think I kind of grew up helping her decorate her trees and things like that. That kind of gave me the love for, doing my own things. So I just started, I guess it's been like 25 years ago.
Wow.
I'd make a wreath. I'd go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and buy the stuff and make the wreath, and then people would be like, oh, I love that. Can you make me one?
Right.
So I just kind of got into it like that. But it was usually just for gifts. I'd give them to my friends or family or whoever wanted me to make them one. So
yes, I love the wreath that you gave us. We used it until it fell apart, and then I was like, I need another one.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
That's got to be at least 15 years ago.
Exactly,
so,
but
yeah.
So talented and really good. We're going to describe like how to do this. So if you are listening on Apple or Google Play or Samsung, thank you so much. At the end, you're going to probably want to switch over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we're going to actually show how to make a bow today. What else? How to make a centerpiece.
We're going to do a centerpiece. I'm actually doing a wreath class on Saturday. So I actually brought the wreath with me that I'm going to be teaching in that class.
Fantastic.
Just to show everybody,
Yeah, well, let's start with the wreath, because I think everyone's going to be decorating right now, getting ready. I know we have Thanksgiving, and we love Thanksgiving. Trust me, that's one of my favorite holidays. But it feels like sometimes we just kind of skip over it and go straight to Christmas.
I'm ashamed of that. But
I am too. I'm guilty. But if we were going to make something like this is adorable. Look at how cute. If you're watching, this is a great gingerbread wreath. Yes.
Well, like I said, I'm teaching this in my class on Saturday, and I have started doing wreath classes. I did one for Halloween, and then this is my second wreath class that I've done to the public. I did an actual private wreath class for a lady who wanted to treat her employees.
That's a great idea.
To a wreath class, and so she brought all her employees, and they did the the wreath, and that was a Nutcracker themed wreath.
Okay.
But this one is going to be on Saturday, and I have this one, and then they can also choose from a pastel colored gingerbread.
Cute.
So
cute.
I've got 2 that I'm teaching on Saturday at 7 o'clock.
So when they get the wreath, it's just a bare wreath.
It's just a bare, I mean, if you can see from the back, it's
Right.
just a bare pine wreath.
So what do you need? What essential tools do you need to make this magic happen?
Well, what I do is I add deco mesh, which is the green and red, and it's very inexpensive. And what it does is it actually acts as the filler, kind of makes your wreath fuller. If you buy a cheap wreath at Hobby Lobby, you know, you can pay $5 for the wreath.
Right.
But usually it's very sparse when it comes to the branches, the needles on it. So people add the deco mesh in there to kind of, you know, fill it up.
And that's what this is, the ribbon, the deco mesh. Okay.
The red and the green, that's deco mesh, and I sell that on my website. And then, of course, then you've got to add the centerpiece.
Right.
We call these wreath attachments, the little legs and the arms and the head.
And where do you get those?
I sell them.
So you sell them on your website?
I sell them on my website.
We'll give it right now. It's www.holiday-whimsy.com. But we'll mention it again at the end too.
Yeah, I do sell everything on this wreath. I sell it on my website.
Fantastic.
So the ribbons, the sprays, everything really. So.
And then how do you get it to stay on? Because the one time I attempted to do something like this, it did not last but one season.
Well, it's glue. It's
okay,
hot glue.
so hot glue is your best friend. Yes.
Well, it's not always your best friend because I've got a war wound
Oh, no.
from one that I made the other day.
Oh,
but
no.
yeah, you have to be super careful when you're working with hot glue because it will burn you badly. So
what's been your biggest mishap, like when you've been doing a craft?
I was busy making. This was last Christmas, and I was making a lot of stuff, and in 1 week I had like 5 different burns on my hands, and they weren't like little bit. This is a little burn.
Right.
I'm talking about big burns.
Oh.
Yeah.
So be careful of the burn. Yes.
Be careful of the burns. But yeah, so this will be taught on Saturday.
I love that.
I sell everything in here I sell. So.
And the key is to give it some depth.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that from seeing it up close. And just kind of put it, there's no rhyme or reason, right?
There's
you just kind of put it out
really,
there.
I mean, some people, I don't decorate, I mean, I don't design like that. But some people are very particular about where things go. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's whimsical and fun. Just to stick it coming out every which way, you know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, hence the name Holiday Whimsy. It's whimsical.
It's whimsical.
How did you come up with the name for your business?
Actually, I don't really remember. I just remember that I was, you know, I always like whimsical holiday decor because I'm more into the cutesy fun stuff. You know, some people prefer the elegant, the luxurious. I like the cute stuff.
I love it.
I guess it was because I liked the whimsical holiday decor, and I was just like, well, holiday whimsy, that just, you know, it's self-explanatory.
I love it.
So
okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is, and that is adorable. So if you're going to the class, you're about to learn something really cool. That is going to be incredible and a great addition to your holiday decorations. The next thing we're going to do is she's going to teach us how to do an actual centerpiece because how many times have you thought, oh, this table needs something, but I don't know what I want? You can actually create it yourself instead of looking in the store, not finding what you want.
Yes, and it's good for your entryway table, or you can put it on your dining room table. You know, you can put it on your breakfast table, or you know. So
I love it.
It's a decent size. And
so the first thing that we need is hidden inside this box, or is it the box?
It's the box.
It is the box. Okay.
It's the box.
I was thinking it was what was inside.
At Hobby Lobby, and they sell them nested.
Okay.
I mean, they don't sell them like that. You have to buy them individually.
Okay.
But I bought a whole nested thing of boxes, and you can usually get them on sale at Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
For very inexpensive. So yeah.
So that's the first thing.
This is going to be the base.
Okay, I love it.
For our.
So it looks like if you are listening, it looks like a hat box.
Yeah, it's a hat box.
Basically, yeah, it's just a
Christmas design.
Christmas design hat box. Does it have to be Christmas, or is it going to be covered up so it doesn't matter?
Well, you'll see the red and white.
You will see the red and white. Okay,
yeah, so
go
we're just
with the
going to cover
Christmas
the top
decor. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what I did was I took a piece of garland and I just cut it because I mean you can actually buy wreaths that are round this size. This is probably going to be like a 12-inch wreath or a 18-inch wreath, but I just cut a piece of garland because I had it already.
Smart.
And then I'm going to zip tie this garland
Okay.
onto this. And what I have to do is I actually have to remove the lid.
And so you put in some holes already.
Yeah, I
so
did.
You're going to puncture some holes on top. Okay.
Sorry.
And no, you're good. You're good. Let me know how I can help. Do you want me to hold this?
Yeah.
I can do that.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking these zip ties.
Okay.
Of course, I got to go this way with them.
Oh.
These are tricky because you got to turn it. Hang on.
So you're going to zip tie.
You zip tie the
garland on top.
Yes.
Smart.
And I
would have never thought of that. I would have been trying to staple it, and it wouldn't have worked.
I made a bunch of these last year because for a company Christmas party. These were the centerpieces for a company Christmas party.
That's a great idea.
Everybody, all the employees were like, well, do we get to take these home? And they were like, no, we paid money for these. We're not going to give them away. So I'm sure they're going to use them again this year.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And what I did was I used a little, so I have the mouse right here is going to be the centerpiece for this,
so cute.
or the main focal point of this centerpiece.
That is
But
so
I used
cute.
different. I have so many different little characters
That
I have
you can
reindeer, gingerbread men.
Are these available on your website
yes,
as well? Okay,
yes.
Perfect.
I have snowmen, all kinds of
What's
nutcrackers.
the delivery time if someone was wanting to make these, say, next week while the family is home for the holidays for Thanksgiving, fun craft to do? What's the turnaround time if they wanted to get
Like
these?
if they wanted to order the supplies and make it themselves, I usually fill the order within a day.
Within a day.
Yeah, and they can either pick it up at my location or
Right.
I can deliver it to their house.
Okay,
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm going to
zip
do
tie
is
'em
I'm
on.
just going to lay this garland in here, in between these zip ties. And I'm going to zip tie it down. You kind of have to move the little pine branches out of the way, but
What is the cost if you had to say, like, what goes into something like this?
well, let's see. This is probably going to be the most expensive because they usually run, I want to say, anywhere between $50 and $70.
Okay.
But everything else is
It's fairly
relatively
inexpensive.
yes,
Okay.
yes, it is. So let me finish putting this in.
How cute.
Yeah. So we
So we're zip tying the garland on.
and then I'm going to get my scissors and cut these zip ties off because I always forget to cut the zip ties and then.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I would have just left them big like that. Yeah. Again, not crafty over here.
Yeah. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just going to take these two, kind of marry them together and put them in that zip tie.
Okay.
So it'll hold both sides together.
I love it.
Yeah.
And garland.
Because we're going to put so much stuff on this anyways, you're not even going to be able to see.
Does our friend the mouse over there, does he go on last?
No, he goes
Nope,
on
that's
next.
next?
Yeah,
Okay.
he is next.
Again, I would have I would have done it last, and I would have done it wrong. So.
Well, I mean, really, it's not rocket science. It's just however you prefer. I mean, there's a method to my madness, but
Hey, your
it's
madness
just-
works, Deann. So I'm going to listen
I mean,
to your
I
madness.
haven't heard any complaints yet.
And then you want to fluff it, right?
yeah, you want to kind of move all of those pine branches out of the way because you're going to put your little.
Yeah, I can do that.
So what I'm going to do is
sorry.
He's too tall. I'm going to glue the bottom of this with my
Okay.
hot glue. I'm just going to
So there's where your
put
hot
a
glue.
good amount. Yeah, be sure don't let that drip on you because it does get hot.
Yes, and it
So
will
I'm going
burn.
to put a good amount on the bottom.
So be careful if you're doing with this with kids.
And then I'm just going to set it in between
oh, look
all of that.
cute.
So then let that dry for a minute. While that's drying, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of
Fluff.
fluff everything out. Yeah.
Fluff, fluff, fluff. Okay.
Yeah.
Cute. We're making a holiday wreath, a centerpiece. We already showed a wreath, a holiday
Yeah.
centerpiece today with Deann Welch. She's with Holiday Whimsy, a business that she started 3 years ago, but she's been doing this over 25
Yes,
years
yes.
as a hobby. And you know what I love about that, Deann, is that you can turn a hobby into a business once the kids are grown. Once that, I love that you did that. What was it that made you decide to do it? Like, was it a hard decision to make?
No, it wasn't. It was my husband. I was making wreaths, and so I was selling on Etsy for a while, and I was telling my husband that some of these ladies on Etsy, how cheap they sell their products.
Right.
I mean, they'll make a whole full wreath like the one I just made, but sell it for super cheap. And I was like, they probably are just doing it for fun.
Right.
Because they can't be making any money off of it if they're, selling them that cheap, because the
Right.
supplies alone would eat that up.
Right.
And my husband's like, why don't you just start buying the supplies wholesale?
Right.
And then you could, start a little website. I think it got a lot bigger than what he had imagined because we'll have 2 warehouses, probably 4,400 square feet worth of, full of.
That's what you have now?
Yes.
Wow.
Full of products, yes.
That is incredible.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff. It is a lot of stuff.
I'm so proud of you for doing that because I think a lot of times, we're passionate about something, but we don't take it from A to, to even B, let alone to what you've turned it into.
I think my husband pushing me is probably what got me there. So
are you like me? I'm entrepreneur by marriage, not entrepreneur by spirit.
That's exactly right. So it's funny because my husband, he just can't sit still.
Right.
And we've been married for over 35 years. And so when we got together, I never felt like I was a lazy person. And even my dad has said, I've never felt like a lazy person, but your husband makes me feel lazy because he's moving constantly
like this.
all the time.
He's a busy guy.
He is busy
Shout
all
out
the time.
to Busy Todd.
Yes. Shout out to Todd. Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add ribbon.
Okay. So next is ribbon. So you've got the garland. You've got your cute little fun whimsical guy. And this could be anything. It could be gingerbread. It could be this cute little mouse. It could be a Santa Claus. It could be, I'm trying to think
whatever theme they prefer.
Whatever theme you have, you can put there in the middle.
Right.
So next is ribbon. What do you do with this? Because I look at that and I would not know where to start. Is it a wave?
It's like a little banner, I guess you could call it. I'm not making bows.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show here on the front, I basically take 2 of the little, the branches.
Okay.
And I'm going to use them like twisty ties. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to tie them in there like that.
Look how easy that was.
Yeah.
See, anyone can
And
do
I like
that.
to dovetail my ends. So basically what I do is I just fold it in half.
And what's this called?
Dovetail.
Dovetail.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just fold it in half and then cut it. Well, I didn't do a very good job there, but.
Oh, better than what I could have done.
Hang on, let me do it one more time. Give me one more time.
Okay, you got it.
So Todd helps during Thanksgiving as well.
Really?
Don't y'all tell us a little bit about y'all's Thanksgiving, how it's changed.
Yes. How has Thanksgiving changed through
Black
the years?
Friday weekend. It's not. We don't spend it basically. Well, we do a little bit.
You're not relaxing by the TV watching a football game.
No, we actually got over 300 orders last year for Black Friday weekend. So we started filling orders on Thanksgiving Day. Excuse me. We went to the ranch for a couple of days just to enjoy the family. Mm-hmm. And have Thanksgiving dinner with the family. And then we came back on Sunday and started all over again. And we were filling orders for probably 3 days before we got caught up.
Wow.
They were coming in so fast.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for that. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I'm very thankful.
Well, when you open a business, you think, oh gosh, I hope someone will buy something.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking. So the fact that they are and that you're so busy, what a blessing that they do. So you're going to just...
So I'm going to take, and I'm just going to basically bunch it up like a little loop.
Okay.
And you don't want it too big. You don't need it sticking out too far. But I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to take 2 more little twisty ties. Branches, which I use as twisty ties. And I'm going to make a little loop there.
That's cute.
And then I'm going to cut it.
I love that.
Yeah. So I'll cut it down here.
Okay.
And then I'll dovetail it again here.
Okay.
Y'all can see that.
Cute.
Just to, just kind of add some ribbon. I don't want to add a bunch of bows because I don't want it just poofy, real poofy.
Right.
But, and then I'm going to use the green because I like to add a little bit of extra, I like different colors.
Do you have favorite ribbons that just make crafting easier, like a certain brand?
I have, this is Ferrosilk ribbon right here.
Ferrosilk?
And it's more expensive. But it is such a good quality of ribbon. You can tell by looking at the backing.
Yes, it's very thick and very
ribbon,
nice. Okay.
And then velvet on the other side. But yes, it's the wire in the edge is what determines the quality of the ribbon, just because it'll hold its shape better.
Okay, so you're looking for the wire.
If you buy ribbon like this at like the Dollar Tree, the wire's going to be real flimsy.
Okay.
And so it's not going to hold its shape very well. And
so sometimes you have to get the good stuff.
You have to. If you're wanting it to last,
right.
It'll last you for years.
Yes.
It's good ribbon.
So now you're going to do
basically
red and then the green.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing.
I'm just going to go right here beside this other one.
Okay.
Because I want them kind of almost joining. But I'm going to go up at that angle right there.
Okay. So now we're about halfway.
Twisty tying.
Twisty tying.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
Going
and
to
then another
and
loop.
then another loop. Okay. Cute.
Yeah. So this doesn't really require a whole lot of skill as far as creating a bow or anything, because you're just basically you're just doing a loop and a little tail. So
I love it.
yeah.
That is so cute, and I love that it doesn't take a lot of. You don't have to have a lot of twisty ties. You used
Right.
3
Yeah.
just to get the.
Well,
the
I
garland
do. Yeah,
on.
I do I go all the way around with it.
So look how cute that is. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing this
should have
is
started in the front, so you
adorable. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is great.
So let me keep going.
So you keep going, and I'm just going to ask you a couple questions
Okay.
about, tips. If you are like me and you are non-crafty, what would be the best first thing to try to do?
I would say a centerpiece.
A centerpiece,
Just
okay.
because all you need is and you don't even have to use a base. I
Okay.
use a base because it makes it more grand. It feels more expensive. It feels bigger when you do a base.
It does.
But you could just do one on a piece of wood,
Okay.
something flat if you don't want the height of it. And you can put your little centerpiece in the middle, or just have like some poinsettias if you want to do in a vase. But just basically just sticking your sprays and your poinsettias and your flowers and floral.
Okay.
That's pretty easy. I mean,
Yes.
it's not there, it doesn't take a lot of skill. But when you do it, you want to kind of disperse them evenly. Like if
Okay.
you put a poinsettia over here, you want to put one here.
Gotcha.
And at different heights and things like that. So I think a centerpiece would be easy for a lot of people. Wreaths are
For
easy
us
too.
non-crafty people, and for you crafty people, good job. You could do this probably in 20 minutes, and it'll look like a masterpiece that it's going to be. So
Yeah.
I think the key thing is just trying it and getting out there,
just to try
and
it.
trial and error. What other items can they find on your website that will make this? Because of course we know about Hobby Lobby, and some there's places to buy.
Yes.
But sometimes it's just easier to see it. Like just go there, see what I need, and then get it there.
Yes, I'm a nighttime shopper. I like to go lay in bed and get on my iPad.
Yes.
And shop, Christmas shop or supply shop or whatever.
Right.
And I just feel like I have more time and can see more things online when instead of trying to rush through a busy store and then having to stand in line to
Right.
check out and all things like that. So
now we're doing another loop.
yeah, sorry.
So-
I'm going to
No,
turn
you're
it
good.
around.
You're
Yeah, I'm
good.
doing another loop here. I'm basically doing the same thing all the way around. I'm going to do
So cute.
3 green and 3 red all the way around.
I love it.
And it's simple because you're not tying a bow or anything. But I can show you how to do a bow here in a minute.
We'll do a bow at the end.
Yeah.
Just because if you're once again trying to do it yourself this year, maybe you get involved the kids. I think that's always fun to do, is to get the kids together over the holiday and say, hey, let's do this together. And if you have little ones or grandkids, then
Yes.
have them feel a part of it.
Right.
It just it's more fun. Put the Christmas music on. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
I love The Christmas Story.
Oh, isn't it good?
It's and I kind of like Christmas Vacation too, just because it's so zany. But The Christmas Story, I think, is one of my favorites, just because of that time period that it's
Yes.
set in. Everything was so simple back then.
Yes.
You didn't have the distractions of the iPhone and your TV. They had to listen to everything on the radio. So
Right.
I really, I just feel like that movie kind of speaks to me more than anything else. So.
Yes, I love that one. And how about Christmas song?
Christmas song. I don't know. There's so many good ones. I love Nat King Cole.
Yes.
And of course, Bing Crosby. I like all the oldies.
I've been listening to Frank lately. Frank
Have you?
Sinatra.
Yes.
I put Frank's Christmas, on Spotify, and it's been on repeat. It's been a fun little change, because I've heard Mariah Carey sing that song, the song, over like at least 20 times already. So I was like, okay, and I love Mariah. I mean, she's one of my favorite all-time artists. But I thought, I need a little break, just a little break from that song. And so I've switched over to Frank Sinatra.
You should look up how much money she makes every year from stations playing that song.
I can't even imagine. I mean, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
As a businesswoman,
I wish it was me.
Good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish it was me.
Yeah,
but I mean, she is very talented and deserves it.
She is. I love her voice.
What's been the speaking of business tips, what's been the biggest thing you've learned from being a business owner? Since you're still fairly new in the journey, not of what you're creating, but of the business journey.
Well, first of all, I'm working a lot harder for myself than I ever had to when I was working for somebody else. So,
isn't that the truth?
Yes, it's a lot of hard work, and sleepless nights of wondering, if I'm gonna make it, or praying to God, please give me the right direction, if I'm going in the right direction, or
yes.
So yeah.
Oh, look how cute that is. We're gonna show for our YouTube friends that are watching. Look at that. That is so cute. Now, do you put in some other things?
I do. I have a ton of sprays here, and I usually will grab a couple that are just coordinating.
And I think you can do it to your liking. I
Yes.
think that's the key thing. We're going to put that right there. So if you like, I like those cute little, what are those called?
These little ornaments.
Yeah.
These little metallic.
You like these cute little ornaments? You stick one in. I mean.
Well, I like to cut them apart.
Oh, you do?
Yes, they do
that's
go
a good
further
idea.
that way.
Okay.
See, like this one, you can separate it into sections.
Okay.
And so that's what I do. Let me get my wire cutters here.
Aren't these cute? I love it. So you like to make more out. That's smart. Instead of just like,
Yeah,
see, I would have
big
gone
one.
like this. here's how crafty I am, Deann.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. Just for a visual for you at home.
I
Don't do
separate
that.
these and then just cut them in the little sections.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's
so that
smart.
one spray is 3 right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get
And
the
then-
most bang
yeah,
for your buck.
And then just cut
Okay,
all
so
this.
now what am I going to do? Now I'm going to just kind of
poke it in there.
poke it in
Uh-huh.
here.
Where you
Okay.
think it might fit best.
See, that's my problem. I don't know where.
Just slide it. What I do
Okay.
is I normally glue it. I'll put some glue on the end because
Uh-huh.
it sticks better with the glue.
So we go like that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, don't judge. Please don't judge my poor decorating skills here. And then let's separate this out because that looks like something a crafty person would do.
Yes.
So we're
You
going to
always want to. Yes.
separate.
You want to separate your.
We're going to separate that out and then put it in there, and then you would glue it.
Yep. You glue
Voila!
it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But of course, we're going to let Deann fix it. Make it
Well,
look
I
even
like to
better.
have some kind of water falling off the side
Smart.
like that, because it kind of helps tie the base in with the centerpiece.
Smart.
Did you want me to glue them in, or can we keep
It's
going?
whatever you want.
Okay.
Let's check with Al, see how we're doing
How
on
much
time.
We good?
Al says we're fine.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm just putting some glue right
Okay.
on the end. And you got to be careful because it is hot. And then I just kind of shove it underneath
Oh, how
that
cute.
where that garland meets the box.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll just glue there.
So don't
stick
put
there.
it on top like this.
You can
throw
put it
in.
anywhere, really. You can put it
No, but
anywhere
I love
you want.
that. I
Yeah.
love. So you put it in like that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'll let
Yeah.
you glue that one.
Okay.
That I love. I just love how easy it is, but yet to me it looks so hard when you see it in a bag, right?
Right.
When you see it but it's really not. I mean, and it's fun. I feel like we should have Christmas songs playing.
I've been listening to Christmas music a lot too.
Are you over Christmas yet?
No,
or no? Oh, good.
I love
good.
Christmas. In fact, Halloween's my favorite holiday because
Facts.
I have so
can
many.
tell. She decorates her house for Halloween like amazing.
Yeah, it's a little much. It's a little much. My husband is so over that, but I think it's because I have such fond memories of Halloween when I was a kid. You know, my
Yes.
grandmother would sew me a little Bo Peep costume,
Uh-huh.
and we, go to we used to have Halloween carnivals at school.
yes.
They don't really do that
They
anymore.
don't,
That was so much
no.
fun to us.
I
And
agree. Look
yeah.
how cute that is.
And so, just the
Oh, my
fond memories
goodness.
from Halloween when I was a kid. I think that's why my favorite holiday is Halloween.
Yes.
But I do love Christmas, and I do kind of go all out for Christmas as well. So
I absolutely love how this is looking. This
sorry, I
is
didn't mean to-
adorable. Oh, no, you're good.
I'm kind of slopping this in there.
This is so cute. And as far as, colors, you can get all the different colors online as well.
Yes.
So anything to match your decor.
I have these little
Oh, I love those.
sprays.
So is it the more the merrier kind of
The
thing?
more, well, that for me.
Because you love that whimsical.
I'm a maximalist.
Yes.
I love everything, But some people are, everybody has their own taste. So
Look how cute these are. So again, she clips them so it's not just one branch.
yeah, you get more out of it when you. But I'll just stick it in there.
So and then glue again. So little glue on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean you could do it without the glue, and I'm sure it would stay. But like if you're gonna store it after the holidays, and you don't want all that stuff falling out all over the place because you don't know where it's gonna go when you put it back up.
How would you store said beautiful centerpiece? Because
I probably would put that in a trash bag.
okay.
I mean that unless you want to buy a box that's that big, because the box, I mean, those boxes can get pretty expensive.
Trash bag is perfect.
But a trash bag, yeah, just enough to
Look
cover.
how cute. Let's show now that we have all these. What do you call these little guys? These little
I just call them little corkscrews.
corkscrew spray. Ta-da! And there you go.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're not done yet.
Well, I have a lot of stuff, but I mean, this
You
is
could
just
do
the,
it. So show us what you have though, just so we can show different items you could put in. We're going to leave this now as it
I have
is.
a little, it's an ornament.
Oh, I love that.
Some little presents you could stick around.
Yes, how cute is that?
Some little holly.
And the holly. I love it. So you could, well, of course, take the plastic off. That's rule number one. Take the plastic off.
Yes.
And then you would, again, glue it in wherever you like.
Yeah.
I love it, Deann.
And just go all the way around it with whatever sprays and ornaments and things you want to put on it. And
That's adorable. And there you go. There's the finished product. I think that is fantastic. And I'm going to kind of push, we'll call him, well, I don't know. What does he look like? Looks like a Fred. We're going to put Fred over there. I'm just going to ask you a few more questions. I always like to get to know our guests a little bit more. Tell us a fun fact about you that we would not know besides the fact that you love Halloween. That's your favorite.
Fun fact. I'm trying to think of a fun fact. I mean,
Here,
I was shy growing up, so I wasn't really outgoing. People used to think I was stuck up. Like when I first met Todd, my husband, he thought I was stuck up. And I was like, I'm just shy. I don't really,
Like
but I think the
quiet.
older I get, the more I've come out of my shell. So that, and then I told a funny story the other day. I don't know if it's appropriate, but
Hey, it's a
so
podcast.
when
You
I
can
was
tell
at
whatever
Mary
you want.
Market last weekend, there was a store, a little booth, and it said Town and Country Pharmacy on it. And I was like, is this the Town and Country Pharmacy that's in Odessa? And she said, yes, ma'am. We sell all, all kinds of holiday stuff, and they're not just a pharmacy. They sell everything. So I was like, well, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Because we used to live maybe 5 or 6 blocks from Town and Country when I was growing up. And I was only about 6 years old, but my mom told me, get on your bicycle, ride to Town and Country Pharmacy, and buy me some cigarettes.
Remember,
At
this
6 years old?
This was the 80s, right?
No,
Or
it was the 70s.
It was the 70s.
Yeah,
We're just clarifying it.
Yeah, 1976.
Times were different back then.
Yes, they were.
Yes,
I
remember
Can
it
you
well.
imagine a 6-year-old trying to buy cigarettes?
No.
Yeah, but that was a funny story. And that lady's
hilarious.
like, I've got to make, she's going to write that down and tell all her customers. I was like, okay, whatever. But
That's so funny. Here's the 6-year-old behind the counter going, yeah,
Riding 5 or 6 blocks.
I'll take those
on
Salem 100s.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
tell us, let's see, I want to know, so that's a good fun fact, actually, that you bought cigarettes at age 6.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a fun fact. But I also want to know, just if you had to pick one favorite place to go for the holidays, where would it be?
So we've been to Winter Park several times.
Okay.
We've never actually been right at Christmas. We always go right after Christmas, like after the New Year. But it's just so magical there because we actually would stay on the ski slopes. It's like they've got an ice skating rink and they've got all the light. Everything's decorated. So I'd really like to go probably back to Winter Park. Right before Christmas.
Yeah.
I also like New York City at Christmas time.
Oh, I bet it's incredible. Did you
It's
go? Did you go right
beautiful.
after Thanksgiving?
Yes, right after
Okay.
Thanksgiving. The day we got there, they were actually lighting the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Oh.
I mean, there was a lot of people there, and it's a bustling town. But yeah, it's everybody needs to go at least once.
I bet that is magical.
Yes.
I bet that's magical.
Yes.
We're going to move this so we can see you because right now we can't see Deann. How about that? Over there?
Yeah.
Is that good?
I can put it on
okay. Well, it's so cute. We're just going to move it over so we can see your pretty face. So let's talk. We're going to keep this holiday theme. I always like to find favorites. Do you have a favorite like holiday drink that you like?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't really drink eggnog.
No?
I'm not crazy about eggnog. I do like apple cider.
Okay.
Wassail, but I don't drink it that much. Hot
Okay.
chocolate's probably my favorite with the marshmallows in it. So
Favorite restaurant to go in Midland, Odessa? Doesn't have to be at the holidays. Could be anytime.
I'm a regular at El Monterey's. I like El Monterey's, and I'm not a foodie by any means. So anything that's good, that's simple and good,
Yes,
I like it. So
I'm with you.
I'm gonna say El Monterey.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Favorite coffee shop?
I don't drink coffee.
No, see, fun fact about Deann,
Okay,
she does not
yes.
drink coffee.
My husband drinks about a pot a day, but
I can
don't
see that. I don't know why. I could just see Todd drinking
That's
a
probably
lot.
why he's moving around so much.
That's where he gets all that energy from.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to drink more coffee.
Yeah, no
That's it.
coffee.
So
Yeah.
no coffee. Just are you a tea girl in the
I'm
morning?
a tea. Yeah,
Okay.
I like tea. So.
Okay, awesome. Favorite quote? Do you have a favorite quote you live by, or maybe even a piece of advice someone has given you?
I just, I think the one thing is you have to basically give yourself daily affirmations.
Yes.
I mean, you have to tell yourself, I can do this, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough. Like Stuart Smalley, I don't know if you remember who Stuart Smalley
Yes.
was with Saturday Night Live. He's
Yes.
always saying, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and dadgummit, I can do this.
That's right.
So that's basically what I tell myself every morning, because sometimes I get nervous about things, like today, of course.
Right,
but,
and I told her, don't worry, you're
yeah.
going to do great. And you did great. See,
Yeah.
this is awesome. It's just, but it's more the anticipation
Yes,
of certain
I think
things,
so, yeah.
which is normal. And I think everyone goes through it, right? And so I think it's good to hear that everybody goes through that.
Yes.
The daily affirmations help. I love quotes. Like I'm a
Yes.
big quote girl.
I'm not big, I don't really know a quote off the top of my head, but yeah, the daily affirmations.
I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's great. Do you have a favorite book that is really kind of been your go-to? Or
I don't read.
No, you're too busy making crafts.
I'm not a big reader. I have never been. I wasn't great in school. I mean, I got by, but yeah, I wasn't a big reader.
Well,
so.
and here's my thing, and this is terrible, and maybe I'm just sleep deprived, but I fall asleep the minute I start reading a book.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
a big book listener. Like I love to listen in the car,
Right.
or if we're driving or
I'm more
walking.
of a Sudoku. I love games and I love puzzles and numbers and things like that. So that's how I waste my time, I guess. I don't really read a whole lot. So.
What do you have a favorite, a fun fact about Todd we wouldn't know?
Oh, fun
Todd's her
fact
husband
about
of 35 years.
Yeah. Well, he was in the service. That's when he was in the
Yes.
Navy when we first met. And so he was in 2 years when we got married and moved off to Virginia. So, but he's a great guy. I mean, I could not ask for, a better partner. And he's my best friend, and I'm just thankful for him. So, But as far as a fun fact, he gives everybody nicknames.
Oh,
Like-
that is a fun fact.
Everybody he meets, for
Uh-huh.
some reason, he'll give them a nickname, and sometimes I'm like, are they kind of insulted? Could you call them that, or But,
Well, now I'm going to have to ask him what
Yeah.
our nicknames are.
but he'll call my grandsons handsome, or he's got a nickname.
Nickname
my
for
daughter
everybody.
Skeeter, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's so cute.
He's
Well,
just got a nickname for everybody. So
awesome.
it's okay.
Where do you hope your business goes, say, 10 years from now? Where do you see this? What's the big dream, Deann?
My dream is to continue what I'm doing. I think maybe buying a bigger warehouse, because right now it's I'm kind of busting at the seams where I'm at.
Okay.
Maybe hire. I've got one employee. Actually, I've got two employees. My daughter-in-law, she handles all my social media, but just keep continuing to grow and see where it takes me, I guess.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
It can go wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, and then
I believe
hopefully
that.
maybe later on pass it down to one of the kids, whoever decides they want to take it.
Yeah.
Because, it's a lot of work.
What advice would you give to someone that's starting a career, kind of like you did after you raised your kids and starting a career, and there's so much that you learn the first year, I'm sure. Well, what advice would you give to them?
Just don't give up. Just, sometimes you may feel hopeless and like, things aren't going your way, and you're like, I'm just tired. People are kind of coming at me all directions, but just keep your head up and don't give up.
Good advice.
Follow your dream.
Yes, definitely follow the dream. Is there anything coming into today that we haven't done a bow yet?
Oh, yeah,
really quick,
yeah.
a bow. My best friend Tiffany asked when I told her you were coming on. She said, "Have her teach me how to make a bow because my bows just don't look like their bows."
They're easier than what you might imagine because I'm just gonna take this ribbon right here. So
all right. So we're gonna start with the thick. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, you can do.
And this has wire, so but that's number one. Start with the wire.
So this is a 4-inch ribbon.
Okay.
And you can actually there's 2.5-inch ribbon. There's 1.5-inch ribbon. There's 1 inch. I mean, you could. So what I would usually do is like layer this up. So I would start with a 4-inch ribbon.
Okay.
And I'm basically gonna go right in the middle of these two.
Okay.
And then pinch it. I'm just going to pinch it like that between my thumbs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take and I'm going to make a loop. I'm just going to flip this over and pinch it like this.
So loop and pinch.
Yep.
Loop and pinch.
And then loop and pinch.
And that's it.
And look how easy that was.
Okay, so we did
and then
two.
and then you can take this ribbon. It's a smaller ribbon.
Uh-huh.
Whoopsie.
Oops, and that's the end of the ribbon. Oh.
I probably have more. Yeah. But you just take it and you just layer it. Like normally I would go with a 2.5-inch next because it's just a little bit thinner than this one.
Mm-hmm. And do the same thing again?
You just take it,
so
loop
pinch,
it,
loop.
And pinch and loop. And that's the end of my roll.
And then how do you keep it tied
I
together?
use a zip tie.
So a zip tie. Okay. That's where I have failed.
Yeah. Well, you can use,
I tried to use like a
use
piece
wire.
of ribbon.
Oh, no.
No, don't do that.
You can do that after the fact, but to secure it, you want to use like a zip tie.
Okay. So she's got zip ties.
Yep. I'm just going to
I bet your office space or your warehouse has zip ties everywhere.
I have
ribbons
zip ties,
and
pipe cleaner. I have anything that you can think of.
possibly need.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and that's it.
Put it in the store.
Okay, that's adorable. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
simple, and you can add more. You can. I mean, this is very simple because it's just
Yes.
2 pieces of ribbon. But you could add, go up 8 or 9 or 10 or 4 or however many
I love
layers
it.
you want to do.
So good luck. Just do it. Just try it. What's the worst can happen? It can fall apart like mine did, but if you put a zip tie, they won't fall apart.
A zip
So
tie
you'll be
or
good to go.
or a Chanel stem, like a pipe cleaner.
I love it. Thank you, Deann. Is there
welcome.
anything else that we didn't get to talk about that you wanted to share about your story and your journey into being a business owner? And really, for me, it's following what you love. Like I love that fact of it, that you
Right.
have followed what you've loved to do.
Yes, I think it's just making my dreams come to life, to reality, because I have enjoyed decorating for so many years, and so getting to do that for other people now as a business is a real reward. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you. And I'm so grateful that you shared your time with us today to share
Yeah.
your story and also to share these fabulous tips, because I feel like, okay, now I'm ready. I think I'm ready I'm this much closer to now, going and decorating over
Yes.
the next couple of weeks and use some of these tips. And so I really
Okay.
appreciate that. If you have any questions or if you would like to go online, it's easy to do. Go to www.holiday-whimsy, and that's WHIMSY.com, and you can buy all of these items, or you can buy them already done, right?
yes, I do sell garlands and centerpieces and wreaths on my website. So
Which would be easier for me too. I just do that instead. But Deann,
Yes.
thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy for
Yes,
you.
thank
And
you.
I just wish you continued success with your business. Again, shop local. Local is where it's at. We
Yes.
want to support everyone here in West Texas. And it was fun getting to know you better. And a fun fact about Todd as well. Now I'd be interested to hear all his nicknames for
Yes,
people.
yes, yeah.
But thank you for your time.
Thank you
and,
for having me.
Support local. Support
Yes.
Deann Welch. Thank you for listening. Share this with someone that you know that loves the holidays and maybe is ready to make a centerpiece on their own, or a wreath, or start with a bow. And all you have to do is just hit that little button that says share or copy link and send it off to a friend. It's that easy. And we appreciate all of our sponsors for supporting us. Big shout out to Rig ID Workwear, to Tapestry Hotel Midland, also to Kevin Foreman of Foreman Financial, and ThinFR, JoinCapClub.com, Midland Cap Company, and Omni Midland Hotel. But of course, we have thousands of wonderful local businesses. So please continue to support local. I wish you and your family a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for all of you that have listened to the Krista Escamilla Show over the past 2.5 years. And we're just getting started. So we look forward to sharing everybody's story here in West Texas. And remember, we're all in this together. Also, I have a couple life mottos, Deann. I don't know if you've heard me say them before, but dream big, believe, and the one you mentioned earlier, never give up. So don't forget that, and you make it a great day. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.